Hey guys, SH here, and today I'm gonna talk about the suppressors in Timefall. Well, a lot of people knows about this attachment already because if you ever play some of the famous AAA titles such as Call of Duty or Battlefield, you probably played around with the suppressors before, except for the Battlefield 4 because it does not have any range drop whatsoever. But other first-person shooters such as the Call of Duty, where once you start using a suppressor, it has range nerf instead of a damage nerf, and a lot of people knows about that too. So some people actually expect the gun to have the range nerf once you start using a suppressor, and that is quite understandable because if you ever played some of the famous AAA titles such as the Battlefield 3 or Call of Duty, you're not gonna get a damage nerf. That's a very silly thing, but you're gonna get that range drop period. But in Timefall, it's a completely different story, and some people think that it applies the same common knowledge to the Timefall, but today I'm here to prove that it's completely wrong. So in Timefall, instead of reducing a range, it actually reduces the damage. Yes, I said it right. It's completely different to Call of Duty or any Battlefield franchises. So once you start using suppressor in Timefall, the damage is pretty much gonna nerf to the point where you're gonna have to take that one extra shots to kill at your range. For example, let's first look at the R101C assault rifle because that is one of the commonly used assault rifles in the game because you unlock that first level. So it has a maximum damage of 50 up close and it drops down to 48 at distance, so it makes it between 4 to 5 shots to kill. But once you use a suppressor, your damage is gonna get nerfed from 50 to 49. And yes, there's a very slight adjustment. It's only one adjustment, but that's gonna make one extra shot to kill up close. And for the minimum damage, without using a suppressor, it has a minimum damage of 40, but once you start using a suppressor, your minimum damage is gonna get nerfed up to 34. And yes, like I said, it's gonna make you take that extra one shots to kill at a range too. So instead of getting that 4 to 5 shots to kill, you're gonna get that 5 to 6 shots to kill once you start using a suppressor. And yeah, it's a very slight nerf to the damage, but sadly that is gonna make you take that one extra shot to kill between the close to the long range. Well, now let's look at another examples. This is Crabber AP Sniper. I covered this thing in the last episode. So this gun has a total damage of 500 up close, and one thing to keep in mind is that in Timefall, unlike other famous AAA titles such as Call of Duty or Battlefield, pilots aka players have a total health of 200, not 100, just not to make any mistakes. So in the normal damage, the Crabber AP Sniper has a damage of 500 up close, but once you start using a suppressor, your damage is gonna drop down to 190. That is a very significant nerf, but it's gonna take you extra one shot to kill. And since the Crabber AP Sniper is a bolt action sniper rifle, I really do not recommend using a suppressor because that one extra shot to kill really can be pain in the butt, and that usually kills you right before you rechamber the weapon. So using a suppressor can be pretty useful because it makes you hidden brown minimap and you hide the multi-flash, especially once you start using that high rate of fire weapon such as the SMG. It completely cancels out the multi-flashes, but once you start using it, you're gonna have to take that one extra shot to kill. And of course, there are some exceptions into it, such as a smart pistol where it does not have any range drop. So once you start using a smart pistol, it's gonna have the damage of 67 at any ranges, but once you start using a suppressor in a smart pistol, it actually doesn't reduce any damage. But instead of reducing the damage, it increases the time to lock on pilots by around 20%. But I don't think it's gonna be affected by that much though, because once you start using a cloak ability and then the suppressor, that's like a peanut butter jelly combination, by the way. So once you start using that and once you get behind the enemy, you pretty much have plenty of time to A-lock on the enemy, and it is only around 20% nerf. So I think the smart pistol is gonna be the only gun that doesn't get the huge nerf while using a suppressor because it doesn't reflect anything except for the lock-on time to the pilots. And now some of you guys might be thinking like, well, what is the point of using a suppressor if it nerfs your damage by a significant amount? Well, there is actually a solution to go around with this problem, and that is actually pretty simple. I mean, it's gonna sound very simple, but you're gonna have to try very hard. You just have to get one headshot. That's it. As long as you get that one headshot, that is freaking much it. So as long as you get at least one headshot per enemy, it's gonna act just like without using a suppressor, except for the smart pistol, of course. So always go for the headshot because a lot of the gun has a headshot multiplier of between 1.2 to 1.4. So as long as you get that one headshot, that very little damage nerf is gonna cancel out, and you should be able to maintain that normal damage. So I would highly recommend you to go for the headshot when you're using a suppressor because that's gonna cancel out the entire side effects of using a suppressor, so just try that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this information was at least helpful to you guys, because what is the point of making this video if it's not helpful at all? So give me any suggestions to the comment section down below, and I'll try to do that to improve my commentary skills and etc. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this information was helpful, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace!